Hello bunnies and welcome back all to Woodland Bunny, a cozy space to talk books. So about a year ago now, or perhaps a few months ago, I did a challenge of reading 100 pages every day for a week to try and get me back into the mood of reading, ensuring that I was engaging in my special interests because I was feeling a bit down and blue. I'm not feeling sad this time, which is fantastic, but I'm just wanting to challenge myself again to read 150 pages each week. I find I work best when I do have that challenge, and I find that last time when I was reading these 100 pages, my brain actually worked better and I was enjoying books more because I had a certain amount of goal to reach and it didn't feel daunting or overwhelming. I'm always best when I'm reading mental health wise, just in terms of my happiness levels. I just love reading, being in books, and just having a world always in the back of my head. It just brings me so much joy and excitement. So I'm hopeful that the challenge this week of reading 150 pages every day for a week will bring that joy and excitement. So first of all, we need to pick out a book to read. Now I'm unsure whether I'm in a fantasy mood or a weird lit fic mood. So I'm going to go and browse my shelves. I've recently hauled quite a few books. I'm going to be doing a video soon of just looking through my TBR and seeing what I actually have to read, because my books are categorized in genres around my library. I don't necessarily have visibility of all the books that are on my TBR, so I'm wanting to document that, but that's a task for another day. Today we are just going to go and pick out a book and then get to reading 150 pages for today. Grab yourself your most warming hot drink, a cozy blanket, and let's get to it. I don't usually have TBRs because I'm such a chronic mood reader, but I've picked out a few books from my shelves that I'm so excited to read, and I think I'm just gonna have to be the TBR for this video because I cannot choose between them, because I have just finished a memoir slash kind of feels like literary fiction. I'm gonna pick up a light-hearted romance, and I think I'm gonna go with The Catch by Amy Lee. I read Set on You by the same author and absolutely adored it, so I'm hopeful for the same thing for this one. It's not a humongous book, and I feel like I could fly through the first 150 pages, so let's see how much I get to reading. I just want to caveat that my 150 pages is a minimum goal, not a maximum goal, so if I continue reading, then that's phenomenal. It's just to get to the 150 pages to keep me motivated, to keep me reading, and to keep me happy. So let's begin with The Catch. Good morning, it is now Tuesday and I didn't end up doing a check-in yesterday, which was Monday, because I had a horrible migraine, but I still read my book. I just had the dim lights on in bed and was just reading. I read my 150 pages and ended up finishing The Catch, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was just a lot of fun. I loved the setting, I just adored the romance and the kind of subject matter that this book had. So this had themes of being an influencer and the social media impact on yourself and your self-worth and you as a person. This had death of a loved one in there, a small town. There was like a grumpy, protective male love interest, and it had themes of family in there as well, and also an accident happening. So I would say there are some trigger warnings for this. At the beginning of the book, the author so kindly puts in about how she understands this is a romance, but there are some triggers to be aware of, and I thought that was just such a great touch, and I wish that more authors put triggers within their books. Really enjoyed it. I think I'm gonna rate it 4 stars, and I just recommend it. I had so much fun with it, and it was just such an easy, quick, light-hearted read. That was my 150 pages read for yesterday, although not documented, and so now I'm gonna pick one of my other books from my TBR and read the 150 pages for today perhaps before I get to work, maybe in my lunch break, and then definitely after work. So let's get to it. Pages in, and I'm finding it incredibly weird. I'm finding the male love interest to be very creepy and kind of stalkerish, and there's notes that he says about him acting in a stalker manner and doing kind of creepy things, and I feel like that's kind of the way the author's playing it to make it come off as not being creepy, because the character's aware of it, but it kind of just makes it feel more creepy, the fact that we're having to be convinced that this character isn't a creep or isn't a stalker. Yeah, it's a bit weird, it's a bit concerning. Like I say, 50 pages in, so can't really judge it too much, and I am enjoying the concept of it, I am enjoying the story, but I just can't help but feel a bit like icky about the main male love interest and about the main male character. Yeah, it's a really difficult one, because I feel like it's part of the personality in terms of being quite shy, and then they have history, yada yada, but I feel like the way in which it's being approached and going about is really creepy and very stalkerish. and it just isn't sitting right with me. It may just be me completely overthinking it. I am kind of having a fun time with it. I think I'm very much involved in the story, which is good. So yeah, I'm actually going to mark my 150 page marks because I haven't done that yet, and get back to reading. I was only able to make it 79 pages into this book yesterday. I just wasn't really enjoying it for the reasons that I said yesterday, and so I didn't hit my 150 page goal. And I think that for the time being, I'm actually just going to put this one down because I just wasn't enjoying it. It just wasn't fun. I wasn't able to push through, and yeah, so I think I'm going to pick up another read. I think I'm going to pick up Burnout by ᴍᴇ괱 and continue on with that, but I'm going to soft DNF this, so I'm going to put it down and not completely DNF it, and maybe pick it up at a later stage when perhaps I'm just in the mood for something that is more light-hearted and more that I can overlook certain aspects of the book, whereas at the moment I just can't seem to get over how creepy and how stalker-ish and how naive this feels. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then I will check in with you once I progress through Burnout. I've just finished my 150 pages for the day by reading Burnout by ᴍᴇ괱. I'm really enjoying this book so far. I'm finding it such an easy, real world, real life kind of situation read. I'm adoring the characters, like I say, how easy this is, how digestible it is to read, and I just find it flying through it. Like, those 150 pages didn't feel like much at all. I'm gonna go and brush my teeth, and then I think I'm gonna get into bed and perhaps read some more, but since I've hit my 150 page quota, I might just watch some YouTube and head to bed and sleep. But I'm having a lot of fun with this. I'm very excited to continue on with it tomorrow. I think in total it's just over 400 pages. Oh no, it's just under 400 pages, so that's interesting. So I don't actually have that much to read other than tomorrow. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I thought it was a good decision to put down the only purple house in town, because judging it by this and how much fun I'm having with this and how fast 150 pages is flying by, I think it was the right decision for the time being, as I was just really craving an easy read like this one that felt very real world-esque. So yeah, that's my little update, and I'll catch you tomorrow for Thursday. So we're almost close to the end of the challenge, and I'm having so much fun with it so far. It's now Friday morning, and I am 169 pages through the Burnout. I didn't get to read all of my 150 pages yesterday because we ended up having friends around in the evening, but I'm hopeful, because I don't have much left to read, that I can power through it for the rest of today. And I am still really enjoying this one. I'm just finding it really dramatical, really light-hearted, really fun, and I'm just enjoying the ride that it's taken me on, with almost like serious undertones with their grief wrapped in here, and burnout and kind of hustle culture. And yeah, I'm just really intrigued by the characters and really excited to see how it all wraps up. It's been the best read to pick up, I think, with how easy it is to digest and how quickly the pacing is going, with the kind of really simple themes that this includes, and yeah, I'm just absolutely loving it. So I'm hopeful that I'll get through my 150 pages today, because I know for I think it's a couple days now I haven't really succeeded, but I feel like this challenge is still going well because I'm still reading books that I enjoy and it's still motivating me to read. So I'm gonna get to reading this one and then I'll update you when I next have thoughts to share. Just finished the Burnout and I had so much fun with it. I'm rating it 4 stars. It was predictably cringy. I loved the characters. It was small town, kind of childhood friends to strangers to lovers. It had tropes of grief and burnout and recovering and dementia and revisiting a kind of childhood dynamic in a place and nostalgia, and I thought it was just beautifully done, and I was so captivated in this world, and I really was enjoying the writing. Found it so easy to digest, so easy to just read this book, fall into this world, fall for these characters that are human and very, very flawed and very, very real, but still felt like this kind of typical Hallmark movie rom-com-esque thing. So yeah, 4 star from me. If any of those seem sound interesting to you, then I recommend this one. And I think I just really enjoy a Sophie Kinsella novel, so I'm gonna pick up more of her backlist, I believe. But yes, so I'm gonna pick up my next read and then get to reading maybe more pages today. I definitely fit my 150 page quota for today, but tomorrow's the last day of this little reading challenge, so let's see how many pages we can get to. 113 pages into Till Death Do Us Part, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I don't have long to go until I hit my 150 page mark, and I'm just finding it a lot of fun. It's really sort of it's kind of low stakes, and it's reminding me so much of Legends and Lattes. I just keep getting the same feeling that I got from that book. It is quite an adventurous novel compared to Legends and Lattes, but it feels like it's almost a sequel to Legends and Lattes, even though it's kind of completely different characters and completely different stories. So I think if you did enjoy that one, from what I've read of this one so far, then I do recommend it. But I'm gonna keep reading and hopefully get to my 150 page goal today, and then I'll check in with you. And yes, this will be the last day in the challenge, so I'll wrap this video up, but let's get back to reading. You know, 169 pages into this one, and I am deciding to wrap up this adventure here. I'm really enjoying it, and I find it a lot of fun. It's a really easy, kind of somewhat comical, with a little bit of action adventure and a bit of drama. Quotes in here that really hit hard at home, and themes of love and romance and necromancy. And I don't want to give my full list of themes yet because I'm only about halfway through, so I'll probably talk to you more about this in my wrap up. But yes, I really enjoyed doing this challenge, although I think for a couple of the days I didn't manage to hit my 150 page goal. It was really nice just to have a goal to work towards each day, and I found it actually motivated me more to read when I was like, right, I need to read 150 pages today. Whereas usually I wouldn't necessarily procrastinate, but reading would fall by the wayside because it wouldn't be in my mind of things to do or things that I need to get done. Whereas when I was like, I need to read 150 pages, it made me sit down and read, and sometimes I would just read the 150 pages and that would be it. But other times, like today and yesterday, I ended up reading way beyond that. And yeah, I'm just really grateful that I decided to do this challenge and go on this adventure with you all. Thank you ever so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you have a wonderful day or night. And until next time, friends, bye.